The defence of Bakhmut in the Donbas region of Ukraine is under severe pressure as Russian forces close in. Russian artillery has bombarded the last routes of the city, aiming to bring Moscow closer to its major victory in half a year.
The fighting has been going on there since May. That's pretty much when the Russian assault started. But over the last few months, it has become extremely intense. Now, I was in Bakhmut at the end of January, and then there was a kind of air of inevitability that the city would more than likely fall into Russian hands. That hasn't happened yet. The official line from the Ukrainians is that they are sending reinforcements in. They are going to stand and fight, but there are already signs that perhaps there is going to be a managed withdrawal. Now, we understand that a number of bridges have been destroyed by the Ukrainians to try to stop Russian incursions to the east of the city. That would be a sign that perhaps they're going to pull back. Now, the Ukrainians are facing an extremely difficult decision there. Do they stay? Do they stand and fight, lose more men and materiel? It has been an absolute bloodbath there, with both sides suffering significant casualties, but they can continue to inflict and stymie the Russians, inflict casualties on the Russians. Or do they withdraw and give Vladimir Putin and Moscow a victory? Now, the city itself is not that strategically important, according to analysts, but it would mean that Russians can place their guns there and then move on to the next big cities, the last remaining cities, places like Kramatorsk in the Donbas. So that would be a setback for Ukraine. The other factor of all of this, of course, is it would be a highly symbolic victory for the Kremlin, because they have faced multiple military setbacks since the start of this war. Remember, of course, that they tried to have a lightning blitzkrieg on Kiev, tried to decapitate the leadership. That hasn't happened. But if they did take Bakhmut, it would be a significant symbolic victory.